Ah, you know what? Gotta put on extra lights. You know why? Because lighting is important, guys. No lighting, no luck. First of all, can anyone hear me? Ah. Hey guys. Um, yo, Rich, real quick, can you hear me? Type yes if you can. All right, perfect, perfect. I'm using a completely different situation, as you can see, guys. So, yeah. What's going on, Art Jizzle? So all y'all can hear me. Everything is working. Okay, that's what I want to hear. All right. If you can't hear me, let me know. Pardon these pants. They're wild. Fancy mic. Well, it's a lavalier. It's wireless. But I wanted to upgrade because I know listening to live streams on a phone's mic it's not fun. So hopefully this sounds better. It sounds more professional-ish. You know, um, I like to step it up. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all well. I hope everyone is doing amazing. It's a beautiful day in New York. Very, very comfortable, crazy. It's supposed to be freezing outside, and it's not. So we're all going down. We're all going down, guys. I mean, it's just wild. But yeah, I hope you're all well. Welcome. Thank you all so much for coming through. I wanted to talk to you all about some interesting fragrances that I'm going to be really gravitating towards as the spring progresses. I feel like we're already in spring. It's February, and literally it feels like April. It feels like April, especially in New York. But yeah. So what are you all listening to? Like, what are you all wearing today? Like, what's your scent of the day? My scent of the day is Andy Towers, Coeur de Marcan. Um, it's the Les Desert fragrance, but the more strong leathery option. I love that fragrance. So I'm smelling like a Moroccan chic right now. um, and one of the things is that when it comes to that fragrance, I literally overspray. But you all know, I become a habitual oversprayer. I do not like to go easy and soft when it comes to my fragrance. I want it to be noticed. Most times, most times. My scent of the day, Creed Viking. Nice, nice. Thanks so much for coming through, Joel. Oh, excuse me, Jovi. Um, Viking, that's a fragrance that honestly I never really warmed up to. I appreciate it. I get why it's a great fragrance to a lot of people. I find that it's very unique, very complex. It's fascinating because, people go off on Creed for not producing fragrances that are very weird and interesting and niche. Meanwhile, a fragrance like Viking goes completely unnoticed. I mean, not unnoticed, but people kind of say, whatever with Viking. But it's a good fragrance. It's a it's a great fragrance, actually, especially when you want to smell interesting, when you want to smell unique. I have to say, Viking smells a lot more unique and interesting than Aventus, but, that's just my opinion. Thank you so much, guys, for checking this video out. While you're on it, please hit up that like button. It's so funny. As soon as I said that Creed Viking was a lot more unique and interesting than Aventus, I just lost 3 viewers. That is too fucking funny. Anyway, it is what it is. It is the facts. The fact is that it is a much more interesting fragrance than Aventus. Aventus is definitely more easy to appreciate than Viking, I would say. Viking takes a certain level of, you have to graduate to the level of taste to appreciate Viking. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, especially when they first smell it. But Aventus is a fragrance that most people can easily love when you smell it. It's just that simple. Oh, before we go any further, because I do have some fragrances I wanted to share with you guys. This is not a blue bottle. Nice. Histoire de Parfum. That's a brand that I love, and I own that fragrance also. I find that that fragrance is very, very beautiful and very, very easy to compliment. Every time I wear it, people ask me what I'm wearing. It has a combination of being strong and being easy to like. So that's a fragrance that, but it's still interesting. I really like that fragrance, not a blue bottle. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. But yeah, great, great fragrance, great, great brand. But guys, I wanted to tell you something really cool that I just discovered. I learned very, very recently. I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Well, it's not that I'm not supposed to be talking about it, but there is there's a new fragrance that's going to be coming out from Creed in the next few months that's going to absolutely blow everyone's mind. Can you all guess what it's going to come out? I'll give you all guesses, please. What new fragrance is going to be dropped by Creed in the next few months? Any guesses? Anyone? If I'm asking you what do you think might be coming out, it should be a clue. Because how would you know what's coming out unless you already know the line, right? It's a clue. Nobody wants to make a guess? Nobody? Okay, 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 okay. I'll just tell you all. So you heard it here first. Creed is coming out. Stag and Fire. No, they're not coming out with Stag and Fire. But yes, two beautiful fragrances. Creed is about to come out with Aventus Elixir. Aventus Elixir. So you had Aventus, you have Aventus Cologne, and what's about to drop? Aventus Elixir. And if they're doing an elixir for Aventus, I imagine them doing elixirs in the future for other big time sellers from the brand. So Creed's Aventus is going to be an elixir, guys. Wow, another elixir. Yes, another elixir. My favorite elixir so far, I have to tell you all, and I think I mentioned it on my last stream, Oud Elixir by Veronique Gabai. Oh my God, that fragrance is spectacular, absolutely beautiful, absolutely unique. It's an oud that you don't smell all the time. It's an oud that's not a been there, done that oud. It's not trying to be oud for greatness. That Veronique Oud Elixir, that Veronique Gabai Oud Elixir is insane. But yeah, Aventus is going to be an elixir soon, guys. It's going to be a stronger, deeper alternative to the other two that we all know. I honestly thought the cologne was kind of like was not necessary, but I understand why they did it, especially knowing now that they're coming out with a deeper, stronger Aventus. So yeah, my favorite Creed, Oud, Royal Oud. Absolutely, Royal Oud is probably one of the most impressive fragrances from Creed, if I were to say. E, what's up, man? What's going on, Jacob? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, I have to say that, hold on, what did you talk about? Yeah, Royal Oud is definitely an amazing fragrance. It's definitely more on the mature side for me personally, but I really, really dig the scent. I really love the composition. I love how it comes across. I love the refinement of it. I love the fact that it's an oud that doesn't come across skanky, even though I do love those skanky ouds. But if you want an oud that just comes across very French, very refined, Royal Oud will tick all boxes. It's a beautiful fragrance. Obviously, you all know that. That fragrance has been around forever. But I do find it a little bit old school. Nice to see you, Mr. E. Sorry, man, but Gear by Gear Ness was a no for me. I get it. It's all good, Professor X. That's not a problem. You know, you like what you like. Your nose knows best. I kind of like Gear Ness. I like the Gear Ness fragrance because it's just a really beautiful take on florals that a man can wear. It's one of those floral fragrances that are very, very floral, but it doesn't come across pretty or uber feminine or anything like that. I think women could easily wear Gear Ness by Gear Ness, but it's definitely skewed to a more masculine taste. It's just a very clean, soapy, green floral for men with a masculine style. So that's why I like it. I think it's good. I think it's a very timeless fragrance. It makes sense even today. What's my favorite gourmand? That's a tough one. That's a really, really tough fragrance. It's a tough question. I really love all kinds of gourmands. I love gourmands from Mugler. I'm a huge fan of the pure malt. Um, I'm a huge fan of, let's just get into what I wanted to share with you. There's a fragrance that I love that's a gourmand, and it is DS and Durga's first and only gourmand scent. It's called Pistachio by DS and Durga. I love DS and Durga, guys. I don't know if you know this, but DS and Durga is a brand that I absolutely fell for over the last few months, few years, couple of years. A lot of you all know that I'm a very big designer fan. I love designer fragrances, but over the last few years, I've been absolutely blown away by more niche options. I love niche fragrances. To me, it's really difficult to smell and wear niche fragrances and then find a lot of designers impressive. It's just once you graduate to niche, it's like designers have to really step up to convince you. But yeah, I absolutely love DS and Durga. DS and Durga is a brand by David Seth. He's a perfumer of the line. I'm sure you all know this, but the thing I love about David's work is that he's not a classically trained perfumer, and because he's not classically trained, he breaks so many rules. And breaking those rules actually leads this brand to create very unique, very fascinatingly interesting scents. Although I do feel like they're I guess you could say their wheelhouse, like what I get from this brand is green. I feel like that's David's secret sauce in most of his fragrances. They have a green woodiness to them. Now this one, however, Pistachio, doesn't come across green and woody. It's definitely green. I actually am. Let me stop. This actually is green and woody too. Rich Mitch, what's up? Yeah, this is still green, and this is still woody, but it's called Pistachio. And I really dig Pistachio. Pistachio is a very unique scent. Basically, what you get from this fragrance is pistachio, almond, tons and tons of pistachio. Um, it also has roasted almond, cardamom, and vanilla cream. So it's a very creamy, very nutty, very pistachio smelling fragrance. It kind of reminds me of pistachio ice cream, but just warmer. So imagine if it melted and then you smelled it. That's what this reminds me of. Um, it's beautiful. There is something really interesting about this gourmand. If you like gourmand fragrances, but you don't want a gourmand that's typical, you don't want to smell like, the typical things gourmands smell like a baked good, something that you'll find in a bakery. You got to try this because this is definitely more of an ice cream experience, but it's very unique, very rugged, um, very beautiful, very interesting scent. Pistachio by DS and Durga. I almost want to say pistachio. I don't know. I got to also tell you guys, like, pistachio is, as a black man, pistachio is not like my number one flavor, although I did get like blown away by Van Leeuwen's pistachio ice cream. Whoa, that stuff is next level amazing. I be dropping a dollop in my coffee in the morning and just setting it off with that. But yeah, like a lot of black people are not into pistachio ice cream. We're very basic when it comes to ice cream. But I have to tell you, when I smell this, I think of Van Leeuwen and I'm like, whoa, this is edible, beautiful stuff. So this is probably one of my favorite new gourmand fragrances, I would say. Hey, Mr. Perfectly Put Scents, long time, bro. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Good to see you too. Thank you so much for being on here. It's really awesome to see your name. Thank you so much for joining. You got to try this fragrance if you haven't smelled it. Pistachio by DS and Durga. It is awesome. I also got to say, guys, I love DS and Durga's new packaging. They've been in this packaging for a few years now, but I really dig it. Listen to this. You hear that? Ah, that is so satisfying. I love it because you can grab this bottle by the cap and it's not going to fall. the fragrance nerd in me really, really stands DS and Durga, and yeah, you gotta try Pistachio. It is beautiful. It's also very green, and I wanted to share with you some green options, some greenish, bluish options that are gonna kill over the next few months. Pistachio, definitely one of them. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo is an excellent designer gourmand. Oh, yes, absolutely. That was my man Carlos's, one of his favorite fragrances for cold weather by a designer house. So Ferragamo's Uomo is really, really great. That tiramisu, it's not coffee, it's not cakey, it's tiramisu. It's really good stuff. And it lasts too. Hey, Mr. E, have you tried Caron Sport by Caron? It's criminally underrated and that it was discontinued and it said it's... So first of all, Caron Sport is a fragrance that I talked about first on YouTube. I don't think anyone talked about Caron Sport before me. I absolutely found that fragrance to be really, really underrated, really well done. It's a shame that they're discontinuing it, and I need to put this bottle down. It's a shame that they're discontinuing that fragrance if that's the case, because damn, that fragrance is amazing. Like, why would they discontinue it? It's like the most youthful fragrance out of their collection. If anything, I would discontinue like Yatagan, because I don't know who wants to smell like that fragrance. It's literally like woods and vegetables. What's hood, brother? What's going on, Ronaldo? Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, if they discontinue Caron Homme Sport, I'm shocked by that. It's a very, very great way to, it's a great minty, green, blue fragrance. I don't even think it's sporty at all. It's just a refined, fresh fragrance. Wow, to hear that they're discontinuing that is really, really sad. What's up, bro? This fragrance smells good, and I get an ice cream vibe and a dry down, and wow, I like coriander and Amber Kiso. Oh, by the way, guys, Amber Kiso is being discontinued. And so is Amber Teutonic. So Amber Teutonic and Amber Kiso are being discontinued by DS and Durga. And I'm a little disappointed in that because I really, really fucks with the Teutonic. I feel like Teutonic is like such an amazing fragrance. And to hear that, I actually spoke to David from David. I actually spoke to David, the perfumer of DS and Durga. And when he told me that Teutonic was being discontinued, I was like, oh, come on, what are you doing to me? Why? Why would you discontinue that amazing scent? Mind-boggling. He's like, it's so annoying to me how many fragrances get destroyed when they're so worthy. Amber Teutonic, gone. See ya. But I'm so glad I got a bottle. Probably should get a backup, but I probably don't need it because I'll just wear it less. But anyway, Amber Teutonic, Amber Kiso going away. The new Amber by David Seth is this one. And it doesn't have a name on it. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's going to be called something like 40,000-year-old Amber. Like, something like that. I know that's like a heavy, it's a lot of words for a name of a fragrance from DS and Durga, but it's going to be called something like 40,000-year-old Amber. And this is awesome. So DS and Durga is killing. The fragrances they have coming down the pike is going to be really, really awesome. Although I am a little bit disappointed that they're discontinuing amazing fragrances. Crystal Pistol is gone. I don't think that fragrance is being made anymore. I don't know why that fragrance is being discontinued. It is next level. Amber Teutonic is an amazing fragrance, a legend scent. Should not be discontinued, but it is. It's one of the most unique amber scents I've ever smelled. It's so beautiful, and it would be perfect for the weather we're going into. But yeah, done. Gone. So yeah, they're getting rid of a few things. Also, Peacock Lily, which is probably one of the most pretty fragrances, one of the better white florals from the line that they've ever made, that's discontinued as well. A lot of fragrances from DS and Durga is being discontinued. Is it DS and Durga that has that Mississippi frag? Really like that one, but remember the dry down being rough. Yes. Mississippi Medicine is the name of that fragrance. And yes, that fragrance is very rough. A lot of the fragrances from DS and Durga are not what I would call polished. They're not. But they're interesting, and that's all I need. I want a fragrance that when I wear it, I make people go, what what the, what, why, what? I want that reaction rather than, wow, you smell nice, or what is, I know that fragrance. Like, I don't want you to tell me what I'm wearing. Don't tell me what I'm wearing. If you tell me what I'm wearing, I won't wear that fragrance again. Yeah, I'm not going to wear that fragrance as much when you tell me what I'm wearing. If a stranger walked up to me and said, oh, wow, that pistachio, that's beautiful, I probably wouldn't wear pistachio as often. Nah, not really. I would wear pistachio because no one knows about it. It's amazing. So, yeah, but you get my point. Yeah, David is discontinuing a few fragrances, but I got to tell you, the new amber that's coming out from this line, oh my God. I hope that it's going to be a Bergdorf Goodman exclusive, to be honest with you. I think it should be. But yeah, when you guys smell this amber, it's fucking awesome. It's going to be a really animalic amber too. It's going to smell like how you would imagine an amber to smell. Like if you see those fossilized ambers, like I can imagine that doesn't smell pretty, you know? It's literally a decomposed animal encased in amber. So I wouldn't imagine if you were to, you know, I don't imagine the process of that would smell good, you know, or clean or powdery like a lot of ambers smell. So I feel like this amber is going to be really, really true to life in terms of like how you can imagine ambers actually smelling. Mr. House and Fragrance Name just got here. Oh, so I'm talking about Diaz and Durga. They're coming out with a new amber fragrance. It's called, I don't even know the name specifically. It's a very long one. Something like 40,000-year-old amber is the name of the scent. Or something like that. Whatever the new amber fragrance that Diaz and Durga launches after Pistachio, whatever that fragrance is, amber. And it's fucking amazing. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, so Diaz and Durga, guys, you should definitely consider. I wanted to talk to you also about a fragrance from a house that I talked about, I think, last week. And it's called Perfumehead. And Perfumehead is a new line that's inspired by Los Angeles, of all places. And I gotta say, this is a really, really great fragrance, and it's called Somewhere. Somewhere is beautiful, it's green, it's fascinatingly unique and interesting. It kind of reminds me, if you guys have ever smelled Synthetic Jungle, you probably know what this scent smells like. And oh, no wonder this was put in the closet. The sprayer broke. Anyway, man, Somewhere is really pretty, really beautiful fragrance, very green. What's in this scent? Bergamot, neroli, red mandarin, galbanum, cumin, jasmine, orange flower, orris butter, vetiver, patchouli, sandalwood, musk, and oak moss. It's green, it's slightly sweet. You really get the jasmine coming from the mid as soon as you smell it. You get the citruses with the bergamot in the top, the neroli. It just comes across like a very clean and green floral, but it's a very brightly colored scent. Like when I smell this fragrance and I think about it, it just reminds me of like neon, the color of neon green, actually. It's just bright, technicolor, very, very alive, very, very alive. Very attractive. If you're someone who can appreciate florals, this is something you gotta try. It's absolutely lovable. It's very different. It's not a lot of fragrances that will remind me of Somewhere. It's a unisex fragrance, but there is something about it sometimes that leans a little bit on the, it's a unisex fragrance. Let me not color it. Because on the man's skin, it's going to smell a lot more rugged. That sounds interesting. Yeah, it's really, really a beautiful fragrance. Perfumehead, I think, is going to be getting a lot of love over the next few months, over the next few years. This brand is really tight. Like the packaging, the elegance, like look at that. Minimalist, really, really nice work. Got that really interesting, like, I don't even know what that is. Like that logo on the back is pretty weird, but cool at the same time. The bottle is interesting. I love that it does the same thing that Diaz and Durga does. You hear that? That click. Well, actually, I love that. And you can grab it by the cap because of it. So this is a really great fragrance. Somewhere it's really, really attractive. It definitely has like a very sparkling style to it, I would say. There's no lipstickiness coming from the Orris butter. It's not too waxy either because of that. Ah, it's really interesting because this fragrance has a warmth and a freshness all at the same time. Somewhere by Perfumehead is definitely something to consider. Let's see, Perfumehead is 454 50 mil. Yes, yes it is. These fragrances, actually it's 425 in Bergdorf. I gotta admit, I have to say, this is ridiculously expensive. But I also will say that a lot of the fragrances that I've smelled from the fragrance collection would be something that I would consider. I wouldn't probably, it would be something I would still consider. Why? Because a lot of the fragrances are doing things in a very interesting way. So they're not like derivative, been there, done that fragrances. Of course, they've done fragrances with main ingredients that we all have smelled many, many times. So of course, it's not going to be like the most unicorn scents in the world. Honestly, that would make them hard to wear. And when you price fragrances at a price like that, they better be wearable or you're gonna have a ton of bottles no one will buy. So it's important that fragrances that are expensive are wearable, but it's really, really important that they express themselves in a way that you don't find common. And I can say that that fits the bill with this fragrance. Not a common style. The line is not common, but yes, I do understand they are expensive. But I have to also tell you guys, I'm in a different mindset now when it comes to fragrance. I used to have a quality over quantity mindset, especially when I first started my fragrance journey. And I used to think like, why spend a lot of money on a fragrance? However, as I've become more and more into as I've delved further and further into this rabbit hole, that's my fragrance journey, I come to find that I'm willing to spend top dollar for fragrances that are adding to my collection and are interesting and different and beautiful. I don't mind spending $450 on a fragrance if I know that that fragrance will not be on another person's skin or that scent is not a style of fragrance that you're going to smell often. Like Baccarat Rouge, there's so many iterations of it from so many brands. That fragrance is far beyond what I would pay for because of that. But if Baccarat Rouge just came out, no one knew about it, and you said I had to spend $400 for it, I would have spent that amount because that fragrance, before it became so popular, was a very, very unique artistic scent. There was no Baccarat Rouge before Baccarat Rouge. So fragrances like that, I don't see a problem with spending a certain amount on, especially when they are just coming out, when no one knows about them yet, and it gives you an opportunity to really, make a scent memory that's all about you with that fragrance. So yeah, when it comes to certain scents, I'm all about more quality over quantity, and I will spend a ton more money on a fragrance, even if it's a scent I need to budget for. I don't normally take $500 and just go boom on a fragrance, but if let's say, I really love it, I will take money here, money there, and I'll budget for it and I'll make it happen, even if it takes me a month or so. But that's how I kind of deal with my thing. And also, I'm on this mindset of like, if I'm going to add a fragrance to my collection at this point, I have to be spraying or using them. So I'm not adding new things unless I get rid of old things. That's something that helps me out. It keeps me on point. Because yeah, it could get crazy. Guys, if you can, do me a favor. Hit that like button when you get a chance. Like, show me some love. So yeah, that is somewhere. I also wanted to I wanted to share with you all also a fragrance from a brand called Mizensir. And you all know about Mizensir, but I don't know if you know about this fragrance. It's called Blue Gin. Blue Gin, man, talk about Alberto Maria staying within his wheelhouse. Blue Gin, man. I would say that Blue Gin is probably the best fresh fragrance from this brand, at least. And Alberto Morillas, the owner, the creator, the creative director, the perfumer of Mizensir, the in-house perfumer of Gucci at this point, because he made literally every fragrance for Gucci. This man is the king of blue fragrances. He was the originator of blue fragrances. Like, there were no such thing as aquatic fragrances before Alberto Morillas started creating them. And boy, did he take over that entire style of scent. Very few people do fresh blue aquatic scents on the level of Alberto Morillas. And I have to tell you guys, this is so in keeping with Alberto Morillas' style and with his reputation. It's an amazing fragrance. Thank you so much, Ricky. SPS always gets a like from me. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. So grateful that you're checking this video out. I really appreciate you. But yeah, I really find Blue Gin to be a very unique, very, very special take on an aquatic. It's not a basic aquatic whatsoever. What's up, brother? How are you feeling? I'm feeling very well. I'm feeling very, very well. Very blessed. I'm in Bergdorf Goodman today, working. You know, had a good day. Did a decent job with, you know, my line and selling my brand and selling other brands in the store, because that's what I do. You know, I sell every brand in this store because I literally could work for every brand in this store. So I really take a lot of pride in pushing the brands that I think are amazing, even if I don't work for them. But of course, I love my line. And guys, please check out the Maker. The Maker fragrances are really, really beautiful. If you ever see them in public or if you ever get a chance to request a sample, please let me know. That particular brand is really, really lovely, very easy to wear, very introductory niche, but there are also some options that are very, very niche and very unique and interesting as well. But yeah, Blue Gin, what a freaking fragrance. I am stuck on this. And I also find it fascinating, long lasting. Blue Gin really sticks to skin and claw. So what are the notes in this fragrance? Blue Gin. Doesn't taste that great. Actually tastes the citrus in the air. Anyway, this fragrance has notes of cardamom essence, mandarin essence, and cascalone, synthetic ingredient. Middle notes of Sichuan pepper essence, juniper berry essence. Base notes of Iron, Cetilox, Tonka Bean Absolute. So the only thing on this list that I am familiar with is the Tonka Bean Absolute. Yes, I know about juniper berry, but what I'm not familiar with is essences. Essence, yes sir. I just bought Fire and Stag within a couple of weeks of each other. The Maker is my new sexy secret, like Auto P. See, you bought those fragrances and you didn't call me to sell them to you? How do you not, what? Really? 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 I put you onto a fragrance and you go and bought them from someone else? Okay, I remember that. No, I'm just playing. I really don't care, bro. Like, as long as you love it, that's all that matters. I would have liked that you came to me, but hey, you know, as long as you're happy with the fragrances that I suggested, that's all that matters. And I'm glad you love Stag and Fire. Those two fragrances, Stag and Fire, especially Stag in my opinion, they are amazing. I bought Stag and Fire and got them from you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you did. You did. Yes, you did. I appreciate you, brother. I met you the other day. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so grateful for you, my man. It was a pleasure to hang out with you and your girl. Y'all were absolutely awesome. You know, I hope y'all both are loving those scents, man, for sure. Thank you so much again. Like, I met this man. He came through to Bergdorf Goodman with his girlfriend visiting from Washington, D.C., and an absolutely awesome dude. I'm absolutely grateful for your time. Thank you so much. SPS, any idea when Baby Cat will be back in the U.S.? Okay, The issue with Baby Cat by YSL. So Baby Cat is going through weird stuff, right? So the only way Baby Cat will come to the U.S. is if a store or a brand buys 4,000 bottles from YSL. And that's the reason why it's taking so long. So Estee Lauder is demanding that if it's going to be shipped to the U.S., it has to be with a $4,000 bottle order, and not a lot of stores, not a lot of companies want to buy 4,000 bottles of Baby Cat. But I think that's so short-sighted because honestly, Bergdorf and Neiman Marcus could easily knock those fragrances out because that fragrance is so hard to find and so many people want it, so many people love it. I do hear that Baby Cat smells a lot like the Amouage vanilla oil. So, and it makes sense why, because the perfumer who made Baby Cat also made Amouage's vanilla oil, the Attar. The Amouage vanilla Attar, guys, it's so awesome, it's so beautiful that words do not describe how beautiful that scent is. It sticks to your skin, it's sexy, it's vanilla. And Coinbase Chainlink is up. Go ahead, Chainlink. Come on, keep going. Sorry, guys, I got a little notification about Chainlink. I love that stuff. Anyway, what a freaking scent! That vanilla fragrance, that vanilla attar by Amouage. Wow. All I can say is wow. And people say that it and Baby Cat are literally identical, except that Baby Cat is a fragrance, perfumed sprayable scent, whereas of course, the Amouage vanilla is an attar or an oil that doesn't project, but man, it doesn't project, but it fills the room. I guess it's because once you're moving, it will leave a trail. But if you're standing still, it doesn't push, but it leaves trails as you're walking. So it doesn't project, but the sillage. Wow, next level stuff, next level stuff. So if you haven't smelled Baby Cat, but you're curious about what it smells like, get your nose on the Amouage oils if you can, because they do smell very similar. And you can definitely smell some of the Amouage oils in in New York, if you ever come to Bergdorf Goodman. It's also available here. I smelled the Christian Dior Attars, those oils from Christian Dior. And the Oud Attar from Christian Dior was really impressive to me. I was shocked by it because, to be honest with you, it was better than the Oud from Amouage. Yeah. Demashi put his foot in that oud scent, man. It is very authentic oud, though. Not a Western basic oud, not an easy oud. It is special and very, very beautiful. I gotta tell you also, that fragrance stuck on my skin after 2 showers. I took a shower, I put it on my skin to leave the store. So that was around 6, 7 o'clock. Got home, showered around 11, woke up, showered again, and I could still smell that oud fragrance on my skin. It did not want to leave. I just had to wear another oud scent on top of it just so that I can complement that scent. It was like that oil went to every deep layer of my epidermis. That thing went into my veins, like it went through my bloodstream. That's how deep that fragrance went. It is no game. The oud scent, the Attar oud from Dior. Oh man, very expensive stuff. Those Attars are like $500. Attars in general, they're usually extremely expensive, but man. So yeah, I have not tried Baby Cat, but that fragrance from Amouage makes me want it so bad. I need to get a test. I need to get a sample of Baby Cat. I'm sure I'll be able to find it, but I think it's only available in Harrods right now. But yeah, that blue gin. I just sprayed it on me, and all I'm getting it. I'm just getting it. But it is synthetic as fuck. I mean, I gotta be honest with you dudes. If you're not a fan of synthetic fragrances, you're not gonna like blue gin. But it is really good. If you're someone who likes Molecule, I don't know what by DS and Durga, you're gonna find this to be beautiful. SPS, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the assignment, bro, but I want Paradiso, let's link up, but I'm in St. Louis. Well, D, all you gotta do, if you like Paradiso, Um, all you have to do is, I think I shared with you my information. All you have to do is let me know. I will call you, email me your number. I will call you, and you can place your order with me, and I'll ship the product to you along with some samples, some extras. I'll make sure to really, really hook you up. But yeah, all you have to do is just leave me your phone number. I'll call you back, and I'll knock that out for you if you want that scent. I love Paradiso. Paradiso is amazing. Mangosteen, patchouli, just very sparkling. Kind of reminds me of like yeah, absolutely, David. I mean, absolutely, D. Anytime. Anytime. It's a very, it kind of reminds me of a grapefruit and champagne kind of mix, like a cocktail, like a mimosa. So imagine like grapefruit with champagne. That's kind of like the vibe of it. What do you consider sparkling notes or fixatives? Sparkling notes. It's really hard to say. Dude, let me see. Hold on. Dude, where have you been? Haven't seen you in a long while. How do we get a hold of you? Well, you can always email me at el-aton, and that's el-aton at themaker.com. That's the brand that I'll manage in Bergdorf Goodman. So again, that is el-aton. Don't forget the hyphen or it will not get to me. But you can always email me there, share whatever you'd like, let me know your newest finds, make requests, let me know what's up. How do we get a hold of you to purchase from the maker? Well, that's how you do it. Just email me your number, I'll give you a call, and we'll take it from there. If you need samples, I can easily mail them to you. If you've already received your samples, and by the way, guys, if you haven't received your sample packs that I'm definitely mailing to you, if you've emailed me your address, again, bear with me. I received so many requests from so many of you, and I'm so grateful that you all want to try them. But I'm one person, so please bear with me. I'm not going to forget any of you if you've left me your address. I'm making sure that I mail you some samples for you to try. And I hope you love them, and if you do, let me know. Let's see. Happy to see you back. Missed you, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Wooga? Thank you so much. And please, please, please come back next Wednesday also. I'm going to be on every Wednesday. And I might move it to Sundays, but Wednesdays, I'm able to maneuver very easy in the store. But yeah, so fascinating thing. Let me see. I wanted to answer something. Ever link up with Unaverage Joe? He does sales similar in New York, if I'm not mistaken. I know of Unaverage Joe. He's like one of the OGs that used to do videos back in the day. An Unaverage Joe. But I have not linked up with him. I don't think I met him in person either, but I would not mind linking up with him for sure. Stag is the one I recommend. I think Stag is just next level amazing. If you want something that's witty, but not derivative, not typical, not like the type of fragrances you keep smelling, I think Stag is an amazing fragrance. I mean, Stag won a Fragrance Foundation Award in 2022 for Best Niche Fragrance by an independent brand. That is very, very impressive in my opinion, because the brand at the time was only like 6 to 7 months old. Like the brand, the maker, was only like 7 months old when it won an award for the best niche release in that year by an independent brand. That is huge. That is high praise. And I have to say, when you smell it, you'll get why. It's beautiful. It's smoky. It's witty. It's exotic. There's an oud. Well, I shouldn't say oud. I want to say agarwood, because agarwood is basically oud, but without the funk. You know, it's just adding to the woody nature of a fragrance. So I guess you could say like agarwood is more of like a, get the hell out of here. Average Joe, Unaverage Joe works at Diptyque? Get the hell out of here. That's interesting. I wonder if the Diptyque he works at is in Soho, well, actually Nolita, which is like the perfume district in New York City now. My old store, Atelier Cologne, used to be right there. Miss that store. Miss that store. My store used to be right across the street from Scent Bar. And yeah, it's no more. Womp womp. But nothing lasts forever. That's just where it goes. The cookie crumbles. You know what I mean? It is what it is. um, yes, sir. I believe Saks. Oh, okay. Wow. I think I might check them out on a lunch break or something. That's fascinating. Like, it's really cool when you see YouTubers that talk about fragrance really in the industry. You know, that's to me really awesome because you could tell that that person that's in the industry really, really loves fragrance. And on average Joe, he's awesome. Um, he's a really good guy too. I like his channel. I like his videos. I also like the fact that he doesn't panda. He's not trying to. His channel is not trying to be like the be all to everyone. He's very, very specific and he caters to his niche audience. So I really respect that. Um, but yeah, guys. So my my favorite my favorite fragrances right now have been really, really shifting. Because as you guys know, I've been, like I said, I'm all about designer. Now I'm going into that niche place. I've been in that niche place for a while now, and there's no turning back. Although I'm not going to lie, again, I think I mentioned this before, but the new H24 Parfum by Hermes, wow. Now that is a designer fragrance that I love, that I really, really, really love. It's a very fruity experience, especially compared to the Toilette that was the original. But man, is it special. Where have you been? Okay, well, to people who've been asking me in this stream, where have I been? I think you probably didn't know yet. So where I've been working. I've been working really, really hard. The reason why I stopped doing videos the way I used to do them is because editing video and my schedule just don't work well. After Brooklyn Fragrance lover died, you disappeared, and I almost stopped buying fragrances. Oh wow, I'm really sorry to hear that. Um, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, that's really awful. And I'm sorry to hear that. Like I'm my bad. It's just been really, really difficult for me to produce the way I used to. But I feel really annoyed with myself for not being consistent with this channel because I like one of my biggest regrets was um, not communicating with you all. You know, the way I left was not right. You know, I should have definitely been more. I should have explained more, and I should have talked to you all more, and I didn't. So, forgive me. I'm really, really grateful that you all have not left my channel. You're still around, and you still check it out every now and then. Very, very grateful for that, guys. You have no idea. Um, and I'm gonna try to do my best to catch up. What I notice is I'm spending money on things like I just got this mic, you know what I mean? I got a couple of lights. I'm starting to invest in production and doing my videos. So life does happen. Absolutely. I appreciate that. No apologies necessary. Thank you. Um, but I do feel annoyed by that. I feel annoyed by for how I did that. And especially during the lockdown. Like when everybody was in their house and I wasn't doing videos, like what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I probably would have had 100,000 subscribers by now. um, but you know, that's life. That's life. You know, I started getting into other things, but fragrance was never, ever, ever something that I stopped. I've always loved perfume, but I should have definitely communicated better with my audience and let you all know because honestly, you're my community, and I'm very grateful for you all. What's up, John? Okay, Otis, I caught your email. You're not playing. You're quick with that. I appreciate you. I just got your email, brother. Agreed, probably more than 100,000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so I really dig the H24 line, something really different from the mainstream designer fragrances. Absolutely. Also, have you all been trying Loewe fragrances? Loewe is really doing amazing. They completely revamped their collection. Like all of Loewe's fragrances have either been put in new bottles, everything is a new presentation. It's a little confusing because there's so many fragrances and They're in these colored bottles, and it's like a woman's version, a male's version, a unisex version. Very, very, very fascinating brand, Loewe. But they're doing really well in Bergdorf. So I'm curious if you've all smelled anything from Loewe recently. Um, they're doing well. E, good to have you back. You're my favorite reviewer. Just got my second bottle of Le Boisé, by the way. Okay, good stuff. Le Boisé is absolutely one of my favorite spring scents. To this day, I actually have two of that vintage stuff, so I'm so glad that I still kept that fragrance and didn't overkill it. But I abuse that bottle when it gets green out there, when it gets beautiful. In the spring, I should say. When the spring comes, I'm killing Le Boisé. Loewe is a really great brand, though, for sure. Really unique, very interesting slime. Like, they are low-key fire, absolutely. Um, but yeah, that's what I've been doing, guys. That's where I was. I was working hard, trying to make a store successful, which I did, and that store got shut down. So for months, I was looking for work, found a couple of options, a couple of brands wanted me to run their boutiques, and I had to turn them down. They just weren't taking care of your man right there. So I turned them down. And then my former president of Atelier Cologne hit me up and said, hey, what are you doing? I have an opportunity for you. And I'm now at Bergdorf Goodman, concierge in the fragrance floor, as well as managing my brand, The Maker, which is so, so beautiful. And there, it's just so many cool things that's about to come out. Amazing, amazing future plans for this brand. I really, really believe in it. I chose The Maker. I chose to work for The Maker. I wanted to work for this brand because of the quality, the easiness of the brand, the easy to wear. Um, Kevin Samuels was where you were, and COVID helped to blow him up. That is a fact. COVID absolutely blew him up. It wasn't COVID, though. It was talking crap about black women that blew him up. Let's be real. Let's be real. It wasn't fragrance. What blew Kevin up was like talking crap about black women. Real hard body stuff, you know. And honestly, he knew he was wrong sometimes. He knew he was wrong, but he knew he was controversial. And controversy gets them views, you know. So that was marketing genius by Kevin, to be honest. But when you have a captive audience and you have a bunch of women at home, talk crap about them, and they'll all watch you do that and then curse you out to everybody else. And obviously, people don't want to watch you, and yeah, it becomes like this cycle. So yeah, Kevin was absolutely on point with his marketing. Still kind of messed up, but he was on point with his marketing, on point for sure. But yeah. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, my man. Guys, I really want to thank you all for watching this live stream. I have some more plans, some more videos to come through with you all. I also want to plan some interviews with other people. I would love other people to share what fragrances they love and let you all know why. And I'm going to be knocking out videos like that going forward. Got to get a couple of guests and see how we can make that happen. And yeah, I want to talk about fragrance from a different angle and see how that works. Definitely going to hit the alert button for your lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. I really don't care who watches them. Excuse that. I care if you all watch them. I really do. I want you all to watch them. But whether these lives get 100 views or 10,000 views, I really don't care. I really, really don't care at all. You know, like honestly, clout on YouTube is not my goal. My goal is to assist and to add something, to give something more than what you all are unfortunately having to see. Are you active on Instagram? No, I'm not. I'm down for an interview. I appreciate you. Hit me up on my email and let's chat. Let's talk. Let's make that happen. Welcome back. When are you coming out with your own fragrance line? Navitus should have talked to you about doing business. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I would have knocked that Navitu stuff right out. Like if he would have been like, if you know, if Steven would have been like, yo, E, I want to have you come out with a fragrance under Navitus, I would have been like, sure. But of course, now I'd be like, no, not at all. Because at this point, it's too late. Like, you already went with everybody else. It's like, been there, done that. I'm not trying to be on that list, you know, especially when I'm like the fourth or fifth person on that list. Like, absolutely not. But I was never asked, so it doesn't matter. But honestly, I should have been asked. Like, because, like, who's going to put out a fragrance that's going to be nice like me? Come on. Like, come on. With my knowledge, with my nose, are you kidding me? If I was Steven, I would have went to me. But of course, I don't have like 100,000 subscribers, so I don't have 100,000 potential people to purchase my fragrance from Navitus. But what I would have is the mindset, the brains, the marketing, and the concept that would have been so interesting and cool that even though I don't have a ton of subscribers, the fragrance community would have wanted to know about it. But whatever. Can you tell I'm a little bitter? Honestly, guys, I was so annoyed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be completely real. 100. I was annoyed. I was like, huh? This person, not me? What? Come on now. But it is what it is. What can you do? I would love to have sniffed my. Yes, man. Man, I would have done something so interesting and so good, but that's their fault. That's their fault. I would have come out with an amazing fragrance. I know I would have, because I have some ideas in my mind that are not out there, you know. Yeah. I just if I would have had 100,000 subscribers, I probably would have been asked, and that's a shame. Talk to Gent Scents about Navitus. I don't see it. I don't hate Gent Scents. I don't dislike Gent Scents. I don't have a problem with Ashton. But me and Ashton have never been like the best of friends. We're just not that close. Your time is coming. Don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate you. And to be honest with you, my time is now. I'm enjoying it. You guys, you have no idea. In this store in Bergdorf Goodman, I'm a big fish in a small pond. I'm a big fish in a big pond. I shouldn't say that. I should put it that way. What does the future hold for the maker? Do they collaborate? Oh, there's a lot of things happening. I'm not gonna say too much. As it happens, I'll talk about it more. But yeah, my time will come. Talk to Gent Scents about Navitus. That is funny commentary. That is so funny to me. No. Yeah, so like my thing is I would have liked to do a fragrance, but unfortunately I missed the boat and I'm not trying to like be an add-on. But I do have a book that I'm really, really working hard and I'm saving a ton of money because I want to produce it properly. I want to self-publish and then do something janky. I want to do it right and do it excellent. Like I want to do it so to the point where I'm proud of it. Like I don't want to do something that I'm just like, I just got my book out. Like that's not, you know, writing it was so much work and rewriting it's still so much work because I'm never done, to be honest with you. It took so much work that I don't want to just put it out in some BS like, you know, some ebook type situation. Like I really want it to be a beautiful artwork on the cover. I really want it to be perfect. Can you collab with the maker? They seem boutique and personal enough. Can I collaborate with the maker? That's a great idea. Writing the book is only half the work. Yes, exactly. Writing a book is literally not even half the work because you could write the entire book, right? But now you have to edit it. You have to rewrite the book multiple times. Like every chapter has to be probably rewritten like 10 or more times, right? Then on top of that, you have grammar things you need to pay attention to. I want to add art to my book. I want to add illustrations. Man, there is so much to do. And it's crazy also because it's important that you get that book out as soon as possible before the information that you're offering gets filtered out somehow. A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about isn't like comprised in a book, and a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about isn't like the most easy knowledge to know, but it's never been compiled in a book in a way that is comprehensive before, you know? So that is unique, and that's something that no one in the fragrance community has done. No one is writing books. No one is adding. No one is writing something that hasn't been written. I'm not reviewing. I could have easily done a book that like Luca Turin did, where I basically review fragrances and tell you what I think about this one and that one. But I didn't want to do that because that was already done. That might be my second or third book, though. And I want to talk about brands, not fragrances. So I might review brands as opposed to review fragrances. And then within the brands, I talk about the fragrances that are highlights and the fragrances that are lowlights, whatever. That's a concept that I was going to consider for the next book that I wanted to write. But I got to tell you guys, you know what I'm talking about, Cheryl? You know? But I have to be honest with you, no one's writing books. So all these guys can do all their fragrances. Like at the end of the day, I think they're beautiful. I'm hoping they all are successful. I want to see Ashton make a ton of money. I want to see Stephen make a ton of money. I want to see them do extremely well and be successful at what they do. But yeah, I'm not trying to follow in no one's footsteps. I'm not trying to follow in no one's footsteps, guys. I'm a trailblazer. I'm not a trail follower at all. So yeah, no Navitus fragrances by a Layton. But that's a great concept though, to talk about like, maybe the maker and me can collab. I don't know yet because Lev, who is the founder of Lev and Alina, Lev and Alina is the founders of The Maker, who are also the founders of Fresh. They have a very specific way and style of doing things. And we're very, very new and we're very young. So maybe something like that could be a future idea, a future consideration, and I never thought about it. A collaboration between me and The Maker would be absolutely interesting. I think that would be fascinating. I don't know if me and Ashton did Navitus via Galleria, his video. Galleria, got it. Yeah, Galleria is definitely, I think they're all basically from the same people. Let us know how the book comes out. It's great, my man. It is absolutely wonderful. I can share with you all some of the table of contents at some point, like in the future. It was an eye-opener. What was an eye-opener? Hi, what do you think about Mancera Tonka Cola? Not a bad fragrance. I'm a huge fan of Tonka, but I have to be honest with you, I have to really put that on my skin. I only smelled it on paper, so I don't really want to say what I think too much because I have never sprayed it on me before. But from what I smelled, I thought it was really interesting. I love Tonka though, so I'm a little biased, I have to be honest. But yeah, Galleria. I'm sure I've never smelled anything from Galleria. I haven't smelled anything new from Navitus because, you know, I've kind of stepped away from this game for a while, so no one is sending me product, which is, again, okay. I don't care. You know, I'll smell it the way I smell it. But if you notice, guys, it's all about, like, it's all about where are you now? Like, if you're killing, if you're someone that's really doing the thing, everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to let you know what's happening. When you step away a little while, understandably, people don't really want to talk to you about stuff. You know, people don't want to show you nothing. What's the last fragrance I bought? The last fragrance that I purchased was Agar Espice from Lila Noir. So I bought Agar Espice from Lila Noir, and which is an Indian brand. You can type Agar and then Epice or Espice, like spice. Yeah, beautiful fragrance. It is major, major nice. It's like a creamy, warm oud, a huggable, cozy oud. It's really beautiful. But yeah, I haven't been buying, well, actually, I have been buying a lot of fragrances. I'm a little bit of a liar right now, to be honest. All right, so that was one scent that I bought. I bought a fragrance called, damn, I bought a fragrance from Perfumehead. I bought the, Room Number, which is like a woody, creamy scent, very Tonka forward. I bought a fragrance called Room Number, or ROOMNO dot by Perfumehead. And let me see. I bought Chiquado from Fuea or Fuea. Fuea or Fuea, whatever you say that. It's an Argentinian brand and they make amazing fragrances. And Chiquado is one of my favorite fragrances at in the store and one of my favorite new scents in my collection. What's on your fragrance to buy list? On my fragrance to buy list, Pistachio. I really want this. I like Blue Gin. I might end up buying this also, um, especially for the summer because it's a very strong, long-lasting, synthetic but beautiful blue scent. So I might end up buying Blue Gin. Um, I'm also probably gonna get a Roja because one of the things that I haven't done is I haven't delved into Roja, but I really do like a lot of Roja's fragrances. Like I like the Sweetie Oud. I like I love Scandal. These are like the I love the oldies but goodies. The Creation Ease, Elysium, amazing scent. Do you have Ganymede? That's a brand that I have to get into. I haven't really tried any fragrances from that line, no. There's a lot of fragrance brands that I need to be more active on, but there's so many fragrances to try and smell that it's really difficult. If you stay on this live, we're going to make you review. um, hey, you know, you know, I like to review. I like to talk about things. It's just that I'm not prepared to review anything currently, but I did want to share with you all some fragrances that I really did like, and I do want to like just recap them one last time. Pistachio by DS and Durga, an amazing take on pistachio ice cream. It is beautiful. Just think creamy, nutty, next level, almond, vanilla, pistachio ice cream in a bottle. Serious, sick stuff right here. I love Somewhere. If you guys are not afraid of a floral, this is a beautiful one. It's absolutely lovable, perfectly green. It's gonna kill in the spring. This fragrance is gonna do wonders, and it's gonna smell niche, and people are gonna want to know what are you wearing. Um, what is your favorite Tom Ford? My favorite Tom Ford: Amber Absolute, Plum Japonais, Oud Wood before they neutered it. Let's see. Italian Cypress. Whoa. Patchouli Absolute. Whoa. Um, hmm. Noir de Noir. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. And I don't like anything they make recently. I don't like any of the cherries. I don't like any of the roses. I do kind of don't hate rose prick, but I hate that bottle. And if that bottle wasn't so pink, I think it would sell to a lot more people. But packaging, brands and packaging, I give up trying to understand what the hell they be thinking. But great fragrance, horrible packaging. Eben Fume, Ebene Fume, I do like it. I just don't love it, so I'm not a fan. I think it's at least closer to the Tom Ford style that people know and love. I think at least Ebene Fume is at least it has what the last few Tom Fords are lacking, which is um, credibility and character, you know. Um, but yeah, I do feel like it's just too easy. It's like too simple. Ebene Fume is in that world of Tom Ford, but it's not Tom Ford enough, you know. Like why would you do an amber that doesn't compare to amber absolute? Like if you're about to come out with, if you're Tom Ford's fragrance line, if you're Estee Lauder, and you're running the Tom Ford brand, and you're gonna come out with a fragrance that's another amber, and you came out with amber absolute, why? Why are you not gonna make an amber that's even as good, if not better? You know, why would you make a subpar amber to what you already made? That's the type of decision making that just mind boggles me. Um, what's your opinions about Parfum de Marly's Pegasus? Very tinny vanilla, a very, very metallic vanilla scent. I am not the biggest fan. I just find it to be nice, but not for me. You know, it's a little, it's very, very metallic. You know, and I'm not a fan of metallic in fragrance. Um, Although I kind of do like Chanel's Platinum Egoiste. That's like probably one of the most tinny type of scents that I can get into. But typically I'm not a fan of fragrances that smell like metal or that give me that tinny vibe. Parfum de Marly's Leighton, I do dig it. I do dig it. I dig it a lot. H24, it's super metallic too. Yeah, that's probably why I'm not a fan of the Eau de Toilette. But the Parfum version is a lot more fruity, a lot more green and fruity. To me, the Parfum version is more colorful, which I find attractive personally. So yeah, I'll let that slide. But yeah, I'm not a fan of tinny scents. In your lifetime, how much money do you think you spent on fragrances? I don't want to answer that question. It'll depress me. Um, Actually, it won't depress me. I've spent a lot of money on fragrances, but guys, I gotta be also honest. I don't mind that because in life, you only live once. There's only a few things in life that make you happy. So the things that make you happy, lean into it because life is short. And I'd rather lean into things that make me happy than to lean into things that make me not happy or, you know, I'd rather that. I have DS and Durga's. The base is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Um, my 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 review on the Besa was really really awesome. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Not a fan of Leighton. Really? How come? Is it too light for you? I like Leighton, although I'm not gonna lie, I didn't buy Leighton. I bought Leighton exclusive because I found like Leighton to be too light, and I already have Sedley from Parfum de Marly, so they're not getting any more money on a lighter scent. So that's the reason why I kind of skipped Leighton. Don't ask a reviewer that. Don't ask a reviewer what. Try it. It's amazing. Okay, thank you. I will. Absolutely. Fragrance and memories are very hand in hand. Fig notes. Where is my wife, Tiff Benson? Tiff is great. She's doing her thing. Um, she's doing well. Don't ask a reviewer that. That is so funny. Oh, 3 a.m. by Sean John. Sean John. You know what I own from Sean John? The Unforgivable, but there was like um, a fresh version of that fragrance made. It almost smells like Millesime Imperial. That I own. It's very, very discontinued, very hard to find. Yo, E, I'm getting a new job as an office messenger. Can you please hook me up with a men's fragrance for that? Sure. So you're gonna be a messenger, so that means you're gonna be out. Where do you live? Yeah, too late. Okay. um, it depends. Mexico City. Okay, so you're in a hot place. If I were you, I would probably wear something like I Don't Know What by DS and Durga. Um, yeah, don't ask a fragrance reviewer how much they spend on fragrances. Great question. Great, great point. I've spent enough. I've spent enough. I've spent too much, to be honest. But I'm happy with what I own. I'm really proud of my collection. It's not like I spent that kind of. It's not like I spent artwork money on fragrances. Because honestly, one Andy Warhol painting is like literally worth my entire collection. Tell Tiff Benson I want to marry her. Get in line. Get in line. Um, um, Nice to see you back up here. Thank you so much. Good to be seen. I just locked it up again. Fig and coconut sounds great. Yes, you got to try Debaser. It is so fucking good. Another great fragrance, Figuera Noir by Ubigon. That's a fragrance that most people don't even know about yet, but it's a beautiful, spicy fig scent. It is amazing. It would probably be the fig that I would consider if I was to buy a fig scent now. I would definitely consider that one. So guys, who have not hit that like button, please hit that like button. Please leave your comments later after this video has uploaded. I have Sedley and I like it. Yeah, Sedley's a business. Sedley's a man that owns businesses. That's how Sedley comes across. Love the Debaser. You recommended that for me and I wore it yesterday to work. It's an amazing fragrance. Ah, what's up, Eric? Good to see you. Good to see you, my man. We got to chat. I'll be hitting you up soon. Sorry, asked a question. Sorry, SPS. Any fragrance buying regrets? Oh, I have tons of fragrance buying regrets. I have a lot. I have a lot of regrets that I bought in my fragrance world. Let me see. Let me think of a fragrance that I wish I didn't buy right off the top of my head. I wish I didn't buy a Bond No. 9 fragrance, Scent of Peace for Him. I really, really wish I didn't buy that fragrance. Not that it's a bad fragrance. I just don't like supporting Bond. I just don't think they're, I don't like the brand. I think Bond No. 9 is run by a person who's not among my favorite people, doesn't have the best reputation in the world. So because of that, I don't want to support a person who I don't think is worth supporting. So that's one of the reasons why I don't support Bond No. 9. If you guys knew the things that I heard about that brand and what they do and how they treat people and how they treat their employees and their clients, and you guys probably wouldn't support them either if you knew half the stuff that a lot of people in the industry know about them. But yeah. Not a brand that I would want to put my reputation and my name behind. Could you do your intro like you used to do? Absolutely. I'm gonna do that to sign off. Then I won't be buying No. 9. Then I won't be buying Bond. Yeah, I would consider brands that are run by people who are good people. Bottom line, you know. Not to say that people who run Bond is not to say that they're good or bad. You got to be diplomatic. But I would not support Bond at all. At all. I would never, ever, ever, ever buy a fragrance from that brand. I don't give a crap if you sprayed it, money just like rained on you. Like I just wouldn't, I would be broke. Could you do your like the intro you used to do? Yes, I'm gonna do it when I end this damn live, which I'm gonna do soon, guys. Yeah, the story of Bond is sad. But you want to know what's interesting? It's really sad because the owner of the brand is one of the most brilliant minds in the perfume world. Like one of the most brilliant minds in the perfume world. Laurice, excuse me, I shouldn't say names. A brilliant mind, a very, 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 very unfortunate reputation. I'll just put it that way. Banderas was first fragrance, so bad. Okay, got it. Yeah, I really have a hard time thinking about a fragrance that I absolutely hate. But that's a fragrance that I hate for now. You know, that's all I'll say for now. That's a fragrance that I hate. I'll think about others, but that's one that I just off the top of the mind, like boom, I don't like that fragrance line. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for checking out this live. Thank you so, so much. I'm about to head out. I got to go to my other business. I got to go help my dad. But I want to thank you all so much. I want to thank you all so much for checking out this live stream. I really appreciate you all. I'll be here next Wednesday to offer you all some extra options for you to consider and think about and look out for, and some fragrance news, some fragrance world. Again, Aventus Elixir. That's coming out, dudes. Like, that's going to be ridiculous. And that's going to shut the fragrance world down when that fragrance comes out. Everybody's going to be talking about it for months, so get ready, get prepared. It's going to be crazy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you all. Much much love. You all be safe, and I'll see you. Lafayette Street. Yeah. We all know. Bond. Well, wah. Take care. Peace, please.